Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I wanted to show you guys today the transformer table 2.0. This is it behind me, along with the bench and the coffee table on the other side, which I will show you. I just wanted to let you guys know that what these guys promise, what this company promises, is everything and more. It is exactly what they tell you, and it's just that much more beautiful in person. I honestly thought the table was going to be lighter, but it's actually to my liking. It's a bit darker where how I really wanted it. The bench and everything is just so convenient. It's really, really good, and I really, really love it. One thing I wanted to go over was the pros and some of the cons, because it is a new table, so you have to be very, very careful. I do love the convenient storage. We'll talk about that in a minute. It is a little bit challenging to put the panels inside of it. It's almost like you have to have two people lifting so that you don't, scratch the wood on the other side. But it is really, really convenient, and once you do get it in there finally, it works really, really well. And it's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. My own mother loved it. She loved the rustic look of it and almost the cabin feel of it. So I can't wait to get into this with you guys. I'm going to show you personally, up close and personal, some of the other issues that I've had, like scratching and really easy denting. Some scratches that came on it before, and the packaging was great, so I think it happened maybe during production or whatever. And I hear that comment a lot. I hear that in reviews a lot, that there are some scratches, or that it's easily scratched or easily dented. And it is hardwood, but I do believe it's a little soft, especially when it's new. So that is some of the issues that I've had. But I'm going to show you, and it's really not that bad. It comes with a little stain that I'll show you as well, where you can touch up any scratches. And I do believe they give that to you for a reason, a purpose, because it is kind of soft. But I'm going to show you, and I'm going to flip the camera around so that you can see the table. Any questions, you guys could let me know. The process was really, really easy. The shipping, really, really fast. The guy was really accommodating, even though they don't bring it all the way inside anymore. They were really accommodating to put it right there in front of the house, right there and on a cart, and it's easily kind of picked up from there with two people. You probably will need 2 to 3 people to bring it inside, but otherwise, really quick, really easy. One thing with the table, the coffee table, it did not come with all the 14 screws. It said that there were 10 or 14, I don't remember how many there were, but we actually had some extras from a TV mount that we had, and they fit perfectly. So if you don't have that, I would check and make sure you have all of the screws that you need for the coffee table if you get it, because ours did not come with enough. I haven't reached out to the company about that because we had our own, but just so you know, check how many screws come with the table, because that was a little frustrating that it didn't have everything in it, and we were worried that we weren't going to be able to stabilize it correctly. But otherwise, everything came together. There are no screws needed for this, and I'll talk a little bit more about the table as I go over it so you guys can see everything. So look forward to that. Okay guys, so as promised, here is the transformer table. Right now I have 3 panels because I do have a big family. We have a family of 6, and 4 didn't quite fit the 6 that it says it does. And I say this because we have a couple of chairs over here, these rustic looking chairs, and I couldn't quite get it to fit. I took away that panel, I pushed that over, which you can only do when you have a couple of panels in. After that, you need to put in this middle support, but I tried to fit it right here, but we felt a little squished. So now you can easily, on the bench, fit the 3 people on this side, but it just wasn't enough, on this side here, wasn't enough. Okay, so legs on the table, beautiful. I love it. Oh my gosh, the color is so much more beautiful in person. I love how thick this is. Just so beautiful, so amazing. And underneath you can see here kind of how it looks. We've got the clips right there on all sides. You want to make sure you have those in there really well. Like I said, I have 3 panels right now, and I'm going to show you some after. So after I have the table set, I want to show you guys what that looks like, because you do want to protect your table. It did have some scratches on it already. There are kind of some, you can see that right there. They kind of branch out a little bit, and this is common when you get new wood furniture. I've had that experience with other companies, but with them it is, as the reviews kind of say, yes, that it is like that. There are some scratches. Now this happened from part of the chair when we scooted it in, and it just kind of really easily dented. Okay, now I dripped a little bit of water on here, and that'll help to make it less noticeable. If you leave some one drop of water right there in the center of the dent, it will kind of come out a little bit. As you guys can see, this is a very, very beautiful table. I mean, again, I just really love how everything came together. I do not regret this, not one bit. I am so happy with purchasing from them. Yeah, just like, you know, a few issues, but they do give you that paint that you can help with the scratches. But overall, I mean, this is just so wonderful. The wood is just so alive, and it makes me feel like I'm just in a green place and a cabin, you know. And so it's just really pretty. It doesn't even have to be cabin. It can be, you know, anything you want it to be. It literally just goes with so many things. So yeah, I mean, the bench had some scratches as well on it that was not from anything that we did. It just was there. And I plan on maybe trying to buff that out a little bit, and it's just not in a place that, you know, you can really see. So it's not that big of a deal for me. I mean, it is the greatest buy investment that I've made in a really long time, because it gave everything that they said that it was going to give. And so I'm just really happy about it, guys. No, you know, nothing that I would take back at all whatsoever. You know, make sure everything is clipped in right, make sure everything is good. This is a coffee table, as you can see here, and that's the space, that's where you put all the boards, that's where it slides in. There is a little bit, you know, like I said, difficulty in getting those placed in there, and as you can see, it's a little crooked right now. So I think if you put it in the right groove, it will all be put in there correctly. Very beautiful, just like the table. There was a scratch on here as well, so do be mindful. Check all of your wood, okay guys, because there was some scratches on this table that we did not put there. That was there when we got it, and again, another scratch that came through that I didn't see until afterwards, you know, after you have everything set up. But I do have it protecting. I have a little cloth protecting the table just in case, you know, the wood is really soft. And that's a nice little panel place for your storage, and it's really convenient. I love that it goes in there. It's nice and heavy. It is really heavy, trust me. So yeah, I set my table up really nicely, and I love how it fits in the room. It makes a beautiful coffee table. The wood is just as beautiful as the table. It's not as shiny, I feel like. It's a little duller than the table, but it's a coffee table, and you're gonna get a lot more, you know, traffic in there during the day anyway. So I'd rather that it was maybe a little bit tougher in that way, but so happy, very happy about it. Very glad that I bought it with the coffee table. I got the free bench, but I did pay for the coffee table. So very beautiful, very happy with it, and it looks gorgeous in the living room. Okay guys, here is the transformation of the transformer table, and you can see that it's not too hard getting it out of there. It did take me some time to take out the clips, So make sure you get all the clips undone and then take it apart. That is what I did. And make sure you clip it back in when you do take it to its smallest length. Next I did the bench, and I feel like the bench is a little bit harder to get those panels in there, so just move them around, open it up a little bit more, and it does help greatly to fit in there nice and snug. Make sure you protect those panels, guys. Put some cloth in there or something. I feel like you definitely might need to do that, and it fits in so perfectly. It is just so much ease, and it gets so small. I see myself working here with my laptop. I can see myself doing so many things here at its smallest length. Whenever we don't need it, the kids can come, dance around, play. You know, there doesn't have to be a table. It's a very small apartment, so it is highly convenient for me to have that, especially with all the traffic of my 4 babies. And it helps so much to take it apart and to slide it up against the wall, which you will see me do. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The most gorgeous table I've ever had. Honestly, it looks like it came out of the catalog, which is what my husband said as well. So beautiful. Okay, so now we come to putting the panels away. This was a tedious process, guys. I definitely would work with it a little bit, find that groove, try and save yourself some stress, because honestly, I love the table, but the storage, I feel like maybe they could have been closer together with the outside parts, the grooves, and that may help it to slide in much better. But eventually I got it. You need to just find that perfect little groove, be careful not to scratch the top surface, and really just get it in there nice and snug. And eventually I got it pretty perfectly. However, when I was struggling with putting it in there, because it's only my second time doing it, it did scratch up the inside of the coffee table just a little bit. It created a little bit of a smudge on there. Nothing too scary, nothing too bad. You can't see it, and you could probably wipe it down and you really won't see it at all. But it did, like, it just was really hard to put it in there. So I feel like they could maybe work on that. You know, but it was not a, you know, it was nothing that would keep me away from buying from them again. I definitely would. So convenient, so beautiful. Recommend it, getting that coffee table with it. It is worth it instead of going all the way to your storage, okay? Very, very much worth it. So guys, this is how I have it set up for dining purposes, and whenever I don't need it, you know, I kind of push it off to the side or whatever it needs. I do recommend getting a runner cloth and some plate holders and things like that, just so you know you're keeping everything safe, and at least it protects the middle or the whole table from, you know, accidental scratching or dinging against it. I really do recommend it. If you have babies or kids, toddlers, I recommend the little corner. For the corners, I do recommend maybe those clear corner bumpers, and that might help you feel a little bit safer about it, you know, against accidents and things like that with kids. Otherwise, gorgeous, beautiful. I love it so much. I love putting flowers on it. It is great. And again, just I recommend it to you guys very, very much. So I hope you guys will get this. So thank you so very much for watching my video. This is how I have it presently, to kind of give me some space in the room, and I set it up really nicely. I could see myself, like I said, working in here, using it as a little side table, using it, like I said, my workspace. Thanks so much, guys. Comments, questions, let me know. I'd be happy to help. Thank you so much, Transformer Table. This was beautiful and great and wonderful. I am so glad that I bought it.